Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing a list of some of my favorite warm and spicy perfumes for fall, and they all perform really well. This is not a light and airy spritz and go type of list. They pack a punch, so this is for anybody who loves to kick it up a notch with their fragrances. And I think now is the perfect season to do so. So I'm going to begin with Kayali Invite Only Amber 23. This is a spice bomb of a fragrance, so perfect for fall. More evening appropriate, I would say, but man, if you love spicy fragrances, you have to check this out. It's categorized as a warm and sweet gourmand. Keynotes include amber resin, benzoin, cinnamon, and tonka. I've talked a lot about Invite Only lately because it is new for fall this year, and I always recommend layering this with the Kayali Vanilla 28 or maybe Vanilla Woods from the Seven Virtues, some other vanilla fragrance to help smooth it out a little bit because, to be honest, it's a little bit too spicy for me on its own. Oh, but it's so good. It is delicious, warm, spicy. I pick up a lot of cinnamon. It smells like the holidays, almost like a spiced cider. Doesn't have apple, but if there was maybe like a spiced rum. And it's intense. For those people who love spicy fragrances, it will probably be perfect on its own. If your holiday beverage of choice from Starbucks is the spiced chai latte, you will love Invite Only. Just like the Kayali, this next perfume is not for the faint of heart. It's Replica by the Fireplace. This is one of the most nostalgic fragrances. It instantly induces a scent memory the moment I smell this perfume. It makes me think of the holidays, making s'mores, family time. So it's one of those perfumes that just, oh, it smells like home. It smells like the most magical time of year. I love the holidays. I know everybody's different, but if you love Christmas time and just gathering with family and friends and baking together in the kitchen, just sitting around either a fireplace, playing board games, this perfume just captures all of that in a bottle, which I think is probably why so many people love it, because besides that, it kind of smells like a fireplace, truly, like you are by the fireplace. It's another warm and sweet gourmand with keynotes of orange flower, clove oil, a chestnut accord, and vanilla. And the vanilla gives it that nice hint of sweetness and warmth, but it's the clove oil that gives it that spicy deliciousness, that bite. It's definitely unisex, so if you want to just add a touch of femininity, I would also layer by the fireplace with a vanilla perfume, either the Kayali Vanilla 28 or Vanilla Woods from the Seven Virtues. That has become one of my favorite combinations because it's just a little bit too spicy on its own for me, but I love it so much. And there's nothing else that I know of, at least, that smells similar or that smells like the combination of this and a hint of vanilla. So you have to have it. I feel like this is a staple in any fall fragrance wardrobe. This is giving you campfire realness, like the scent that lingers in your hair after you've spent time by a fire pit. That's what this smells like. And it's not too sweet. It really doesn't smell like baked goods. It's not like a sweet and spicy cinnamon dessert. Not that kind of spice, which is why I think it layers so nicely with something else that will help to pull forward and emphasize that vanilla note. It just makes the perfume a little bit more wearable, more versatile for more occasions. And next we have one of my all-time favorites, and I have loved this fragrance for years, but I finally restocked and I have a fresh bottle, and ooh, it feels good. Because I first received this fragrance as a gift nearly 8 years ago. Used most of the bottle, there's a teeny tiny little bit left, but it just became so old that it wasn't completely rancid by the end, but it had turned enough that it wasn't a fragrance that I was actively wearing, but I love the perfume. I want to be able to wear it, so finally I have a new bottle and I'm so happy. Chanel Coco Noir. I've talked about this fragrance so much on my channel. This would be a top 10 for life, one of the best Chanel fragrances, one of the best designer perfumes. It kind of checks all of the boxes and it makes its way onto so many lists because it's great. It's just a power fragrance. And I think when you wear Coco Noir, it elevates the look. It's kind of that perfect accessory. You feel amazing because you smell so amazing. And it just so happens to be really spicy, even though it's considered to be a classic floral. Keynotes include jasmine absolute, bourbon vanilla, rose absolute, Indonesian patchouli, and Venezuelan tonka bean. Coco Noir is an amazing date night perfume. Oh, it's so nice. Great for fall winter because it's a little bit deeper, moodier, heavier fragrance. I definitely pick up the floral notes like the rose and the jasmine, but then that patchouli and the tonka really take over, the musk. And it's ferocious. A head turner fragrance, absolutely. I could see wearing this for an evening wedding, special occasion, if you have some sort of formal holiday party. It's such an elegant perfume. I feel like you have to wear it for an elevated occasion. Of course, that's not true. You can wear it whenever you want, but it will elevate your entire look. It's almost exotic considering it's a classic floral and it's a Chanel perfume, but there's something about it. It smells otherworldly. It's one of those if you know type of perfumes, but just incredible, especially this time of year. I'm so happy to have a new bottle that I can finally wear again. Next is another one of my all-time favorite perfumes. You've heard me talk about it quite a bit, Mongeau Intense. The intense version is key. I really like the original Mongeau. It's very beautiful. It's a little bit more daytime, any occasion, but the Mongeau Intense just kicks it up a notch, and this is one of the sexiest, seductive perfumes I own. So perfect for fall, winter, very warm and cozy, and it's not quite as serious as Chanel Coco Noir. It's a tribute to the modern woman inspired by Angelina Jolie. It's a warm, spicy, sweet gourmand perfume with keynotes of lavender, vanilla, and patchouli. This room is going to smell amazing when I'm done filming. Perfection in a bottle. I cannot tell you how much I love this perfume. And it's so simple. It's truly not the most unique fragrance in my collection, but there's something about it. I think it is so perfectly balanced. It's a little bit sweet, not too sweet. It's a little bit spicy, but it's not too spicy, which might sound a bit confusing if you've never tried the fragrance, but I think it has everything you want it to have. It gives everything you want it to give, but it's not obnoxious. It's not going to give you a headache. It's not going to be off-putting because of one of the notes. It's so sophisticated, and it smells so much more expensive than it is, because this is one of the lower price points from Guerlain. I know I say this all the time, but just in case you're new to my channel, it also happens to be one of my husband's favorite fragrances on me. Anytime I wear it, I never talk to him about my perfumes, but if we're going out and I'm wearing Mongeau, he always says something. It never fails, and that's just not the case with other fragrances. Occasionally he'll make a comment, not nearly the same way. This would be the number one fragrance that he compliments whenever I wear it. Every time it's, oh my gosh, you smell so amazing. You smell so good. What is that? What are you wearing? Just over the top flowers for this fragrance. And I completely get it because I feel the same way about it. It's just delicious. Next on my list is Tribeca from Bonn, New York. This has become one of my go-to fragrances when I'm rushing out the door and I haven't pre-planned in my head what fragrance I'm going to wear. I go over to my little bar cart where I have them all displayed, and I just grab this more often than any other fragrance. I guess it's because I just really love it, first and foremost, but it kind of goes for so many different occasions, and it's very strong. It's one of my most complimented perfumes. It is so long lasting. I think Tribeca is a beast mode fragrance. It is so powerful. If I spray this on in the morning, hours later in the evening, I can still smell it on myself. So I know other people can smell it. So it's just become kind of a go-to. It's described as sexy, unisex, floriental, sophisticated, and young, much like the residents of Tribeca. Keynotes include Cacao Absolute, Green Hazelnut, Jasmine Sambac Absolute, Cedarwood and Broxton, Moss, and Caramel. And I don't think this is the perfume that comes to mind whenever you hear spicy perfume. But it is. It's a little spicy. And it's a little bit sweet, so it's perfectly balanced. I definitely pick up on that caramel note. So beautiful. And it's not overly feminine, but it's just a power perfume. Like, it gives you that confidence boost. I would wear this any place, anytime. I just imagine strutting down the streets of New York, going shopping, being fabulous, having lunch at the plaza, just kind of that perfect day in New York City is what comes to mind whenever I smell Tribeca. Such a fun perfume. This is probably the lightest perfume on the list. It's Amber Nuit from Christian Dior, and this is one of the Maison Dior perfumes, so it is more of an exclusive. I know you can find them on the Christian Dior website, of course, but inside select Saks Fifth Avenue stores, you can smell them. You can smell the entire line, but they don't carry them online, unfortunately, so they can be a little bit trickier to find, but they're out there. You just have to look for them, maybe call around a little bit. I love Amber Nuit. Now, this is more of a daytime perfume. It's still strong, like it's not too light, it's going to disappear on you. It makes itself known. It's not quite as heavy hitting as some of the other perfumes on today's list. It's described as a warm, ambery floral fragrance vivified by soft, spicy notes, multifaceted with the honeyed golden gleam of amber and intense rosy touches of Turkish rose. I think if you love amber perfumes, you really like spicy notes, but maybe you're a bit sensitive with perfumes and anything too bold will induce a headache later on, or you just won't like it, will turn on your skin. This could be a great option for you because it is warm and spicy, ambery and floral, but it's not too much. It's kind of the perfect composition. You have the best of all of those worlds combined, and I think that's why I love this fragrance so much. This is a great grab and go fall every day. Every occasion. Could be an office perfume, could be a daily errands fragrance. The Maison Dior fragrances tend to be a little bit pricier, but it's not really a special occasion fragrance. It's a bit more casual. I love Amber Nuit. This is the spicy perfume for somebody who doesn't like anything too spicy. This is the mild intensity. Some of the other fragrances give you medium and hot. This is the mild. Now, we're ending strong. I think the last three fragrances I have here to talk about, these are the powerhouses. They're probably the spiciest perfumes on the entire list. Next is Ojon from Parfums de Marly. This is the spicy perfume that you didn't know you needed. It smells like Christmas in a bottle, kind of like a fresh cinnamon apple pie, fresh baked. It's a spicy gourmand. Keynotes include cinnamon, honey, osmanthus, labdanum, amber, patchouli, musk, vanilla, and tonka bean. It will make your mouth water. The only complaint I have about Ojon is that it smells so much like the holidays. I feel like it's almost inappropriate to wear it any other time of year. So I tend to save this fragrance. You can see just the spray. It's bold, so powerful. Oh, and it is incredible. Sweet, spicy, cinnamon, honey. It smells like somebody takes an apple pie and like shoves it in your face. It smells like dessert, but not like a dainty, delicate dessert. It is so bold. And it's spicy, spicy. Not a little hint, not a little nutmeg. No, it is like the full can of cinnamon. Oh, and I love it so much. Instantly makes me think of the holidays. It's a very festive fragrance. So you're not really going to grab this on a daily basis. You're not going to grab this to stay in. You're going to wear this perfume out and about with loved ones, a holiday party, a date night, some sort of special occasion where you're going to be around a lot of people. And because it's pretty bold, I think it would cut through any other fragrances, any other smells. You're going to shine whenever you wear this fragrance. And it comes in the men's fragrance bottle. So I think it is probably found in the men's department. I can't speak for every store, but I know at least in my local Nordstrom, the men's fragrance is separated from the women's fragrance. So I always feel like I need to point that out, talk about this so that you know you might have to go over to the men's section to find it, but it is well worth the journey. Ladies, gentlemen, anybody who wants to wear this perfume, it's incredible. And then we have this small but mighty little spice bomb, Thé Noir 29 from Lavo. I think this might be the strongest out of all of them. Which is kind of funny because the other Lavo fragrances I've tried are very light. They're a little bit softer, more of a skin scent. Somebody has to be pretty close to you. And after a few hours, they just sort of dissipate on the skin. That is not the case with the Thé Noir 29. When I spritz this, even just on a blotter card, if I'm just comparing fragrances and I spritz this in the room, the entire room will smell like this perfume for days. It is so powerful. If you spray other things and then you spray this, it overpowers everything, which is a good thing as long as you really like the perfume. An ode to the noble tea leaf, it has keynotes of bergamot, bay leaves, black tea, fig, hay, tobacco, cedarwood, vetiver, and musk. It is so interesting. If you love tea, this smells like the strongest cup of black tea you have ever smelled. And there's a hint of fig, there's a hint of sweetness. It's very woody. But this just transports me to a spice market somewhere. It smells very exotic, a little bit earthy, very woody, kind of like an old furniture factory or like a vintage store somewhere. It smells like the type of perfume that has a story. Like something maybe your grandfather would wear. It just smells like it's from the ancient times, the olden days. But I love it. Not going to be for everybody. It is so potent, it is so powerful, and it's spicy, and there's an edible quality to it, but it is not a warm, spicy, gourmand perfume like some of the others on the list. Could be combined with something else, like something a bit softer, maybe a musk or a vanilla, if you wanted to make it a little bit more feminine. But I think this is a really great, warm, cozy, spicy perfume. Something that you could wear for fall, winter, definitely. In the colder months when you're just wrapped with sweaters and blankets, I think this is the kind of fragrance that just projects so much. People will still smell you coming. And the very last fragrance I have here to talk about is Nuit et Demi from Fragrance du Bois. I'm hoping that this is still available somewhere. I haven't heard her mention a restock just yet. This is, of course, the Demi Rawling collaboration with Fragrance du Bois. Launched last year. I picked up my bottle during the restock earlier this year. And Twisted Lily recently started carrying the entire range from Fragrance du Bois, which is so exciting. I love a ton of their perfumes, but they have a place for Nuit et Demi. It says sold out, but I don't know if maybe that means they are going to carry it at some point. I'm unclear, but I highly recommend getting your hands on a bottle if you haven't already. It's just so beautiful, and it is so perfect for fall, winter. Keynotes include cardamom, pimento, bergamot, caramel, coffee, Madagascar vanilla, cinnamon, musk, tobacco, cedar, cashmere, and vetiver. So you have a nice variety of spicy notes in there. Cardamom, cinnamon, the pimento gives it a little spiciness. It is so nice. And it is incredibly elegant. I definitely pick up on the caramel. A hint of cedar, a little tobacco. But it's just a beautiful perfume. It has the right amount of vanilla, the right amount of spice and sweetness. And it's just special. I think this is a great special occasion fragrance. The only complaint I've really heard about this perfume is that some people don't think it lasts very long on them. But I think the Nuit et Demi is much better lasting than the Changing Constants from Penhaligon's, the two are sort of similar. Changing Constants is even lighter. So I guess for me, because I just subconsciously compare them in my head, I'm very happy with the Minuit Demi. Now, this one has a hint of spiciness that reminds me a little bit of a men's cologne. It is a unisex fragrance, and I can see this on a man or a woman. But it kind of reminds me of like a little bit of like an Old Spice, something that my dad would wear back in the day. So there is a hint of nostalgia there as well, but it does have some softness as well. It's like a spicy caramel candy, really beautiful. And that completes my list. Of course, I only have my fragrance collection to go off of, so if you have any spicy perfume recommendations, drop them down in the comment section. I'm really looking forward to reading through them, especially for today's video, because I like spicy perfume, so I'm always interested to see what you guys love as well. But if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, leave me your comments, questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned, everything on my face down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.